Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Christiana Davidson. I'm a psychotherapist and a hypnotherapist, and I specialize in the area of narcissistic abuse, narcissistic family systems, and the impact they have on adults, children and adults. So if you'd like to work one-on-one with me, please check out my consultation link, which is below this video, and book yourself in for a free consultation. I'd be delighted to meet you. I have a very powerful way of getting to the core of what keeps us hostage to these narcissistic family systems. And, we really do need a plan to get out, or else it continues through the generations. So the topic for today is how narcissistic personality disorder is like playing the game hide and seek. So if you have a parent who's got high narcissistic traits or is narcissistic personality disordered, you might understand their situation a little better if we use this analogy of hide and seek. So the narcissist seeks to hide their true self and to be found as their false self. And it's more than that, actually. They don't want to just be found as their false self. They want to be found and then known and acknowledged as that false self. They need others to validate that false self in order for them to feel secure. So just like the hide and seek game, one child goes off, hides, under the bed or behind a tree or whatever, tries to find the best hiding place. And then the others come to find them again. This is what happens with the narcissist. They choose the most brilliant hiding place for their true self. They hide that true self behind a tree, so to speak, but behind a tree that nobody's ever going to be able to find them behind. It's a place that nobody will ever be able to reach them, no matter how hard they try. And the only way that that true self could be found is if the narcissistic parent was willing to open up and step out from hiding and allow themselves truly to be seen. But that is not what the narcissistic parent, partner, boss is able to do. They have to, for fear of the shame of that true self, they have to present an image to you, and they need you to acknowledge that image, and then you need to supply them with attention because of that image, that false self. You need to give that false image admiration. You need to see that false image and tell them that you see that false image and that this is what you love about them. That's what they are looking for. So as a child, you are never able to truly connect with the person behind the tree. You're always trying desperately to connect with the false self of your parent. You can never get behind it to see who they really are, to really get to know their personality and to sort of be able to connect with them in a way that's beyond sort of keeping up some kind of perfect image or the desire to be seen as perfect. And this, of course, has huge impact then on children. We learn that we too need to present a perfect public image or an ideal public image that's going to be admired, is going to get us attention. We learn the same things growing up with a narcissistic parent, and this is how it continues through the generations. So you may find yourself often holding back from being seen in public or with friends or in terms of stepping forward with towards your dreams, or becoming more visible, or whatever it is, you may hold back from doing these things for fear of being seen as imperfect or being flawed. And this is what ultimately holds us back from being loved, from experiencing real love. Because what happens in these families, these narcissistic families, is we're taught that real love doesn't exist. We have to settle for attention and admiration instead, and that there's nothing else on offer, that our authentic selves are really not of much value. It's rather what others view us as that is the most important. And this is what we need to break as adults ourselves. This is not about blaming your narcissistic parent. I'm not about that at all. We've all been subject to this multi-generational system as much as your parent has. But it's time for each one of us to take responsibility for these lemons, for this learning, and to take the steps we need to break out of this system and put an end to it for the next generation. So if that's something that appeals to you, I've got an amazing plan. And it's a step-by-step process over 11 weeks. You will experience the most tremendous transformation. I've worked with so many clients around the world now. And in fact, I'm about to put another testimonial on my Facebook page. Just the most wonderful transformation in the course of 11 weeks. This was a lady who was unable to break out of an addiction, but now she's able to, as a result of making that courageous journey to discover her inner child hidden behind the tree and to bring her out and to delight in her and to allow others to delight in her too. Thanks, everybody. I hope this video was helpful. If you do want to journal on this, I'd ask yourself the question, where am I still hiding? And it's often things that you're holding yourself back from doing. So be brave, take that next step. Take care, everybody. Bye now.